Good evening and welcome to the February 7th, 2018 regular meeting of the Gaithersburg Planning Commission. I have one agenda note to read this evening. A recommendation to the Board of Appeals for Special Exception Application BOA 7671-2017, originally scheduled for tonight's Planning Commission meeting, has been rescheduled at the applicant's request. The application, which requests a special exception for a rooftop telecommunications facility at 430 Allied Place, is now scheduled for a Planning Commission recommendation on Wednesday, March 7th, 2018, and the Board of Appeals public hearing on this application is now scheduled for Wednesday, March 14th, 2018. Thank you. Okay, now we'll move to the agenda, the regular agenda, approval of minutes for January 17, 2018. Is there a recommendation?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we accept the minutes of January 17, 2018 as read into the record.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, that moves 3-0. Okay, are there any record plats?
No plats tonight,
No
sir.
plats. Thank you. And it looks like there are no consent agenda items as well?
That is correct.
All righty. All right, so we'll move to the first item, which is a sign permit, and that is sign 15743-2018, sign 15744, and sign 15745. 3 automotive dealership building signs for at 84 Bureau Drive in the C2 General Commercial Zone. And presenting for the city is Caroline Seiden. Good evening.
Good evening. Staff is before you to present sign permit applications for the Criswell Jeep dealership at 84 Bureau Drive, and it is here on the aerial. This is Bureau Drive here on the right of the building, CSX tracks to the north, and the rest of the Criswell dealership is to the south of the building. We are here in accordance with Section 24212B4, which requires that all automobile dealership signage comes to be approved by the Planning Commission. The applicant is requesting approval for 3 individually illuminated channel letter building signs for the newly refaced Jeep dealership, which is formerly a Fiat dealership. The facade changes were approved by staff in 2017, but they are required to come here for the signs. 2 of the signs, sign 15743 and sign 15744, are on the south facade. One reads Criswell and the other Jeep. They are 26.3 square feet and 27.95 square feet respectively. And then there is a third sign on the west or left elevation that is the exact same as Jeep sign, also 27.95 square feet.
Okay.
And they are, none of them are greater than 100 square feet, and the total area of the signs for each building facade is under 10% of the total square footage of the building facades holding the signs, making them in full compliance with the requirements of Section 24-212C for building signage. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Okay. Are there any questions quickly? No? Okay.
I think
go ahead.
Sorry, just one question. I think I ask this question like every time a sign comes in for this property.
Okay.
But why are we approving this sign again?
There's a section of the code in our
Right.
sign ordinance that requires all automobile
Yeah.
dealership signage to come
Automobile
to the planning
dealerships, okay,
commission
yeah.
regardless
Okay.
of size.
All right, great. I'll ask you again next year.
Okay. Members of the audience that are speaking, please print your name and address in the attendance sheet in the rack in the hallway at the door of the chamber. Indicate the agenda item you wish to speak about. Please keep your remarks to no more than 3 minutes. A timer will beep after when you have 30 seconds left, and you can begin to finish your statement. Any additional testimony that you might have can be submitted to the city in written form and will be a part of the record as your oral testimony. Is there anyone in the audience who has any comments? Seeing none, we will move forward. Alrighty. So, any discussion about this, gentlemen?
Looks pretty straightforward to me. It's in step with the previous sign packages that we've approved. It meets the overall, the basic, 24-212, so I'm very happy with it.
Okay.
Any wayfinding on this property is useful because it's a kind of a crazy property.
Yeah,
So,
it's in the back.
yeah.
Okay. Anything? All right.
Nothing further.
All right. So, Caroline, you want to sum up?
Sure. Staff recommends that the Planning Commission, based on the exhibits submitted and the staff report, findings and recommendation, grant sign 15743-2018, sign 15744-2018, and signs 15745-2018, Criswell Automotive, finding them in conformance with section 24-212 of the city code with no conditions.
I just want a point of clarification. On our documentation, it says 2017. Is it 2017 or 2018?
Oh, does it say 2017?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
it should be 2018.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. This is alrighty. We have a discussion. That's why I'm asking. All right.
We're paying attention.
We're paying attention. All right. So
So it happens
so
in
it stands.
January.
All right. So great. No conditions. All right, gentlemen. So we're ready for recommendation.
Mr. Chairman, I move that, based on the exhibits submitted and the staff report, findings, and recommendations, grant sign 15743-2018, sign 15744-2018, and sign 1574545-2018, finding them in conformance with section 24-212 of the city code with no conditions.
Okay.
Second?
All right. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, that moves
Thank you.
3-0. Thank you, Caroline.
Thank you.
Alrighty, so we move right to the next agenda item, and it's from the commission. Can I start with you, Mr. Kaufman?
Nothing more to add to that.
Okay, great. Mr. Hopkins?
Nothing from me?
Okay, Mr. Wimborne has nothing. I was talking about myself in the third person. Okay. All right, how about from the staff?
Just some dates for you.
Okay.
So the joint public hearing on the historic preservation element for the master plan, on Tuesday, February 20th. And then there is also a joint work session on road typologies, Monday, March 26th. I believe Miriam has polled you both, all of you, for those 2 dates
Yeah.
already, so
Right.
if you have not gotten back to review, mind. And then our next planning commission meeting is February 21st.
Great. Okay.
And just some information, the road typologies is the beginning of your public process as far as revamping our whole road code.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so, wow, I guess that might turn into a big deal.
It's
I mean, it is a
It's
big
a
deal.
big
deal. It is big
Yeah,
deal.
all
Big
by
deal.
itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's exciting, and I know it sounds a little boring, but if anybody's actually watching this, it can be really fascinating and a big part of our sort of cultural shift if we can change the way our roads are designed and built, both from an environmental standpoint, from a pedestrian safety standpoint, from a general community building standpoint. It's a really, really important piece of our often sort of overlooked code that
Yeah.
can sit around for 30 years and never get changed, and so it's really great that we're looking at it. So
Yeah.
thank you to staff.
Yeah.
So-
Good. Okay.
I just, our last couple of meetings, we've discussed the Kentlands Boulevard pedestrian
Yes.
connectivity. Staff has gone back and we found that we did miss something that we should have gotten completed.
Okay.
But we have spoken with the city manager. The CIP, as I mentioned at our last meeting, it has been put in as a CIP item, and the city manager has agreed that naturally subject to the mayor and city council approval of the budget, that the staff can begin working on getting the RFP ready so that it can go out as soon
Okay.
as possible after the beginning of the fiscal year.
Okay. Good.
It's great.
Great, thank you.
That's super. We appreciate that.
Kicked it loose, Lloyd.
Yeah.
Sorry?
You kicked it loose.
Kicked it loose.
Yeah. Okay. Frank, you have anything for us?
Not tonight,
Okay.
not tonight.
All right. Miriam? No. Nothing? Caroline?
No.
All right. All right. Thank you, everybody. We stand adjourned.